Hello, and welcome to the Reselling Report for today, Friday, May 1st, 2020. I'm your host, Ann Eckhart, and every weekday morning I upload the Reselling Report here to YouTube to update you on the day's retail and e-commerce news, including the latest from eBay, Amazon, Etsy, and Poshmark. If you haven't done so already, I hope you'll subscribe. And now let's get on with today's show. Well, happy Friday, everyone, and happy first day of May. We are in the second month of the second quarter, so we're just chugging along here. I don't know if months and quarters mean anything these days with the coronavirus outbreak and most people staying home, but that's where we are. I frequently have to look at the calendar to remember what day it is and what month we are on. But I did want to start the show with a little thing I found thanks to Courtney over at Common Tags. She posted over on Instagram that ThredUp is on eBay. I did not know that ThredUp had an eBay store, but their eBay store has 2,375,009 listings. However, most of the listings, when you sort from low to high, are out of stock. So I don't know why they're still on here. They must be listing multi-quantity, which makes no sense since these are pre-owned items. So that's weird. You have to go quite a ways through, if you sort from low to high, to find items that are actually in stock. I think I had to get to the things that were $4.99 or more to find anything that was in stock, and they all have free shipping on them. So there's that. And then in the specialty section, they have box of mixed secondhand denim. So typically these are the rescue boxes over on their main site. So 15 pounds of secondhand denim, $24 with $5 shipping. So $29 to get one of their denim boxes. Now over on the ThredUp site, on under the rescue boxes section, currently only mixed clothing and scarves are available. Everything else is out of stock. Designer bags, fun box, DIY denim, DIY jewelry, and handbags, all currently out of stock. And some boxes that they used to offer are not even listed anymore. I mean, they just have 7 actual listings. And again, only 2 of them are active. But I don't know if this eBay store is new. If this is where they are now, what's going on. But anyway, ThredUp is over on eBay. So if you're interested in those denim boxes, which I know a lot of people do like, you can purchase them for $29. The other nice thing here is that you can get multi-quantity. The listing currently says more than 10 available. When you do the rescue boxes, you have to do like 1 box at a time. But here, if you wanted to get 10 boxes, you could get them all in one. So ThredUp over on eBay. Let me know if you knew that they were on there. I did not know, but thanks Courtney for the heads up. So yesterday we talked about Poshmark's new feature, Posh Stories. And when it was on Instagram, there was definitely chatter from the full-time Poshmark sellers not happy about this feature being introduced. Not because they don't like the feature itself, but because they don't feel that Poshmark is addressing the current climate situation with sales down. Now, while e-commerce is up right now, fashion is the one category that's really taking a hit. People are not buying clothing the way they were a month and a half ago before the pandemic. So the first comment under Poshmark's post says, why? Seriously, of all the tools to introduce, with another comment saying exactly. They have other areas that need improvement before moving on to things like this, like customer seller support and filtering out inactive accounts. And that's definitely what I'm seeing over on Instagram with people very frustrated that Poshmark needs to make improvements to the site. There's no customer service for sellers or buyers. It's not set up for business sellers, and acknowledging that Poshmark wasn't started for people to start businesses. It was to clean out your closet, and it certainly has evolved. There are people who run businesses on Poshmark, and they're not getting the tools that they want to help run their business from Poshmark, and they're frustrated that now you've got something like basically a social media platform over on Poshmark. Now, there is a story on Forbes that says fashion reseller Poshmark fast tracks video feature targeting shoppers stuck at home. So this gives us some more insight into the Posh Stories feature. So the article reads, Poshmark is joining the social media juggernauts, capitalizing on a captive consumer base by adding a video feature to its fashion marketplace that aims to make shopping for used clothing on your phone feel more like, well, shopping. With stores and restaurants shutters and millions of people stuck at home, platforms like Zoom, TikTok, and Instagram are thriving, and now the San Francisco-based business, which sells used clothing, shoes, and accessories, will allow its 8 million sellers to post live 15-second videos or upload footage from their phone that links directly to the items they're selling. Poshmark was founded by Manish Chandra, Tracy Sun, some other people, in 2011 as a way for women to sell clothing they no longer wore, where the app lets them like and comment on other people's listings, which help make Poshmark a more personal experience than shopping for secondhand stuff on eBay. It has since expanded into categories like menswear, kids, and home decor, taking a 20% cut on sales. In 2019, it said it paid out $2 billion to sellers, double the previous year. It was reportedly valued at $1.25 billion after some existing investors sold shares in a secondary transaction last year. The company has been building and testing a video option for over a year and planned to roll it out in the second half of 2020, but fast-tracked the launch due to the pandemic so it could offer more of a real-world experience to shoppers. The new feature allows sellers to show off ways they styled an outfit they have for sale or give the backstory on how they acquired a particular item. The content will automatically disappear after 48 hours. The feature mimics Instagram, which lets influencers and brands tag clothing, furniture, or other items in their posts and link to a website where it is available for purchase. Instagram has been doubling down on its shopping feature and last year began allowing customers the ability to check out from some retailers without leaving the app. Social shopping apps such as Like to Know. It also offers people the ability to shop the looks that they're seeing on celebrities and influencers. However, none allow for the purchase of secondhand clothing, a segment that is growing 21 times faster than the overall apparel market. The article goes on to say that Poshmark is hoping the video feature will increase engagement and sales among its 60 million registered users who spend an average of 23 to 27 minutes per day on the Poshmark app. With purchases generally correlating to time spent on a service, Poshmark sees this as a way to forge a better connection between buyers and sellers and help move the $175 million worth of inventory that gets uploaded to its platform every week. While many retailers are struggling amid prolonged store closures and a looming recession that has cut into discretionary spending, Poshmark believes that their business has been fairly steady. A wave of new sellers have turned into the platform for supplemental income after clearing out their closets or even as a main source of income. The bigger challenge is demand. Poshmark is reliant on apparel sales, which dropped a whopping 52% on a national level in March, according to the Department of Commerce. Poshmark declined to provide specifics, but says demand has picked up after lagging at first. Now, over on Poshmark Reddit forum, this article is referenced, and there's a post that reads, I read this article last night and have so many questions. What is the purpose of having the video disappear? It seems like it'd be a lot of work as a seller to create and edit video content just to have it last for 48 hours only. I've also wondered about how they can monitor the video content for off-site transactions. I've always assumed there's a reason there's no video feature is because it would be way too hard to keep people from sharing off-site contact info in videos. I guess they're planning to rely on crowdsourced reviewing like they do for current listings. And then there's a reply to this that said, at first I thought you could add a video to your listing as one of the photos. That's what I thought too, by the way. I thought this was just to put a video in a listing, but no, it's like a story that you have on Instagram. This reply continues, but then I had the same thought. Why would it disappear? I think Nordstrom does a great job at providing styling videos for many products. I'm sure a good number of professional sellers use Instagram stories, but I just don't see the same utility on Poshmark. Honestly, it sounds obnoxious. I think your other concerns are spot on. So that's just one post, but that's the general sentiment I'm seeing online is, why do we need this feature, especially now when Poshmark could be doing other things to help sellers? So let me know in the comments if you're a Poshmark seller, what are your opinions about the new stories feature? Will you be utilizing it? What do you think could be different or better about it? And what other things would you like to see Poshmark improve upon, especially during this time when clothing sales have decreased so much? Turning now to eBay, in an article over on ecommercebytes.com titled Sales on eBay Flat in First 3 Months of 2020 addresses COVID. The article reads, eBay posted its first quarter 2020 financial results on Wednesday afternoon. For the first 3 months of the year, compared to the same period in 2019, eBay revenue was up 1% and GMV remained flat on a foreign exchange neutral basis. GMV, gross merchandise volume, is the total value of all successfully closed transactions between users, regardless of whether the buyer and seller actually consummated the transaction. In its presentation to investors, it shows GMV in the US was down 4% in the quarter. eBay revealed that it has now processed over $3 billion of GMV through managed payments for over 32,000 sellers. eBay also announced that promoted listings generated $137 million of revenue for the company in the first quarter, up 111% on an FX neutral basis. Nearly 1.2 million sellers promoted more than 310 million listings in the quarter. Well, that's interesting. We can now see where eBay's making their money, and it's off the promoted listings that we have to pay for. Fine. eBay, this article goes on to say eBay executive Scott Schenkel, who has been filling in as interim CEO, and his successor, Jamie Ione, I hope I'm still saying that right, who took over as CEO on Monday, were both quoted in the press release. During these unprecedented times, I'm extremely proud of how our team has come together to support one another, our buyers and sellers, our communities, and the business, said Scott. As we look at Q1, I am pleased that we delivered on all of our commitments for the quarter, with key metrics such as buyers, GMV, and revenue performing at or better than our expectations. Over the past several months, we have remained focused and clear-eyed about the strategic direction of the company and have driven substantial changes to position the business for sustainable and profitable long-term growth. I appreciate the team's hard work in the first quarter and their efforts to maintain focus amid so many factors affecting the business and the industry. I'm thrilled to return to eBay this week as CEO, and I look forward to building on the positive momentum in the business, continuing to evolve the company's strategy, and maximizing value for our shareholders. That's again from Jamie Ione, the new Chief Executive Officer of eBay. eBay addressed the COVID pandemic in its release, including the following excerpt. From the start of the quarter through mid-March, our underlying business performance was better than our expectations. Since mid-March, our marketplace platforms have experienced strengths in key metrics: traffic, buyer acquisition, conversion, sold items, and GMV due to ongoing shelter-in-place dynamics in many countries. The marketplace platforms have also experienced improved acquisition of small business sellers. This strength has continued into April. Our classifieds platform has been adversely impacted by recent auto dealer closures in many international markets. However, lower traffic to horizontal classified sites around the world due to social distancing requirements and lower advertising revenues. This pressure has continued into April. The impact seen in both platforms to date could continue while shelter-in-place guidelines remain active, and it's difficult to predict what may result as shelter-in-place guidelines are eased and lifted, and how global consumer demand and seller inventory may evolve over time. So a little update there from eBay. Seems like things are selling, but then of course the issue with the marketplace, those classified ads and auto sales not performing well kind of brings the whole thing down. It sounds like a little bit. Maybe then it would just be if we're just looking at the main sales on the platform. But from what I'm hearing from most people, eBay is fine for them. Sales are strong, maybe not in clothing, but in everything else. So it's definitely a good time to get on eBay. Again, they are offering those free stores for 3 months for new eBay sellers. So if you're on Poshmark, Etsy, and things are slow, this is a great time to start cross-posting to eBay, because if you're having slow sales on Poshmark for clothing is slow everywhere, but it's going to be better on eBay because that's where the bulk of traffic is. On any given day, eBay is either the second or third largest e-commerce site in the world. So you're really missing out if you're not cross-posting over on eBay, and especially now when you can do it for free. Switching over now to Etsy, there is a new article on marketplacepulse.com titled Etsy Sees Record Sales During the Pandemic. This article reads, sales on Etsy have nearly doubled in April compared to last year and are more than 25% higher than sales during its previous record month, December 2019. During the pandemic, Etsy is breaking records in sales and new sellers joining the marketplace. I woke up to discover it was suddenly like Cyber Monday, Etsy CEO Josh Silverman told the Financial Times, but everyone in the world only wanted one product. That product was face masks. April 3rd, the same day the White House announced guidelines that Americans should wear masks outside of the home, Etsy sent a push notification to every seller, calling all sellers, start making face masks. Over the weekend following that Friday, buyers searched for face masks on Etsy an average of 9 times per second. Face masks was the most frequently searched term on Etsy. Masks on Etsy are non-medical grade. However, that has allowed tens of thousands of shops with the means to make them to start selling them. Because of that, Etsy has hundreds of thousands of different designs. And while some stores have sold more than others, the largest nearing 100,000 items sold in a month, many more sold a few too. The number of items sold on Etsy this April has increased 98% compared to April 2019 and 27% compared to December 2019, according to Marketplace Pulse estimates. As a result, in April, sellers sold the most items in the marketplace's history. Nearly 130,000 new sellers joined Etsy in April, an increase of 40% compared to March and almost 70% compared to April 2019. More than half of the new sellers are US-based, but many are also from the United Kingdom, Canada, Germany, Australia, and other countries. The stay-at-home rules, as well as the loss of employment, are driving more people to sell on Etsy. At the same time, shoppers are turning to Etsy for unique and different items. High demand is not limited to face masks. My Etsy account is so out of control right now, I've never sold this much stuff ever, says Trisha Woods, an Etsy seller, in an interview with The Atlantic. She sells in the newly born category essential worker merch. Her items include t-shirts that read, "And just like that, I'm an essential worker." We believe that the Etsy community is uniquely positioned to address the crucial need during the global health crisis, wrote Josh Silverman, CEO of Etsy. In the endless stream of bad news, Etsy is a refreshing story because it has rallied its sellers to provide items many people are in dire need of. Face masks is the most searched term on both Etsy and Amazon. However, while on Amazon search results are sold out, on Etsy there are an endless list of small stores ready to make them. So it sounds like the crafters and DIYers over on Etsy are doing quite well. Although I have seen a lot of vintage sellers, home decor sellers doing well on Etsy too as people are home and shopping. So it seems like Etsy's performing well. Now I know in the past months, people have been very frustrated with Etsy, including the off-site ads that they've started. But you'll have to let me know if you're an Etsy seller, how are things going for you over on Etsy during this last month and a half with the COVID-19 outbreak? It's not just the online reselling sites themselves that are cracking down on price gouging, but now attorney generals in states are starting to as well. According to an article on WNEM.com, which is in Michigan, the attorney general has announced that 3 Michigan-based Amazon sellers are accused of price gouging. Michigan's attorney general sent 3 cease and desist letters to Michigan online businesses for price gouging. Attorney General Dana Nessel announced Wednesday that these businesses have had complaints filed against them for significantly increasing prices on items that can help people slow the spread of COVID-19. The companies have been selling things like face masks and hand sanitizer on Amazon. The companies sell under the usernames Collectibles JI, Smart Home Distribution, and Warehouse Bricks. Unfortunately, greed and fear have been 2 constants during this medical crisis, Nessel says. I hope I'm pronouncing her name right. As consumers fear the uncertainty surrounding the COVID pandemic, they are falling victim to price gouging and predatory business practices by individuals and companies looking to profit off that collective anxiety. Nessel said Collectibles JI sold a 3-pack of 2-ounce hand sanitizer for $33, the average price of which is $7.50. Smart Home Distribution charged about $130 for a 4-pack of 30-ounce hand sanitizer pumps. The average price for the product is around $14. Warehouse Bricks is accused of selling a 20-pack of N95 masks for around $60, with the average price being $16. These companies have 10 days to respond to the letters before the Attorney General's office takes additional actions. So I've been seeing this around before. States are now starting to go after sellers hiking up products. So we certainly knew that the reselling site themselves wouldn't be able to keep up with it. I still see things all the time for toilet paper and hand sanitizer priced way out of what they're supposed to be priced at. But I think this is just something that's going to continue, and it's something that the sites and states are going to be continually having to be on the lookout for as the coronavirus crisis continues. And finally today, just some reassurance that as resellers, we are in the right industry right now when it comes to e-commerce, according to an article over on Forbes.com titled How COVID-19 is Transforming E-commerce. Key points being U.S. retailers' online year-over-year revenue growth is up 68% as of mid-April, surpassing an earlier peak of 49% in early January. There's been a 129% year-over-year growth in U.S. and Canadian e-commerce orders as of April 21st, and an impressive 146% growth in all online retail orders. Online conversion rates increased 8.8% in February, reflecting a level of shopping urgency typically seen during Cyber Mondays. Just over 306 million Americans are affected by stay-at-home orders, nearly 95% of the U.S. population. COVID-19 will forever change retailing, and its initial impact on e-commerce is creating challenges to online selling and service no one imagined in January. The following graphic from COVID-19 Commerce Insight shows how year-over-year revenue growth comparing the last 7 days to the same period last year. Now, this article will be linked in the show notes below, so you can go over and take a look at this graphic for yourself. This article concludes by saying mobile devices are the most popular device for online shopping by a wide margin. 72% of consumers are using mobile devices to shop in stores, according to the latest 2020 remote payment study. E-commerce and online retailers' supply chains, order management, and fulfillment systems are all being tested by the triple-digit order and revenue growth going on today. And best of all, more energy and intensity is being put into improving customer experiences online. To be honest, from the full-time resellers that I'm hearing from, and myself included, my only problem is lack of inventory. If I had more stuff to list, it would be selling because things are selling. And I don't have much online right now because I wasn't able to source too much in the 3 months leading up to the end of the year. I was working on my books, and then beginning of the year, there wasn't much going on. And then the coronavirus outbreak started. Normally, this would be my prime sourcing time, so I don't have much to list. Now, that's okay because I'm not wanting to invest capital into my eBay business right now. I'm focusing on my other revenue streams that don't require more investment. But if I had more stuff to list, I'm confident it would sell. So hopefully you do have stuff to list. You're getting everything listed, working through those dev piles and being creative in your sourcing, because this is definitely an opportunity there to capture a captive audience who is at home with nothing else to do but to shop online. And that's a wrap on today's show. If you liked it, please be sure to give it a thumbs up, and please leave me a comment, even if it's just a hello or an emoji, as that engagement really helps with YouTube's algorithm. Also, check out the show notes below the video for links to the articles I've referenced. And if you want to learn how to make money selling on eBay the way I do, check out my Amazon store for all of my books, the most popular of which is Beginner's Guide to Selling on eBay. Thank you so much for listening. I will talk to you again on Monday. Have a great day and a great weekend. Bye.